Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
And we hope everyone's just having a great weekend. The weather here in Georgia is just absolutely fantastic today. I'm looking out there at the sun, it's just shining so beautiful.
But it's snippy out there.
Yeah, it's a little cool, but that's to be expected this time of the year.
Yep.
We got quite a few things to talk about this week, and so we'll just go ahead and get started and jump right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is last week we did receive Marie's Rollator. It was shipped to us by Federal Express, and we got it real quick.
Yeah.
And so when I got it, we got the brand. It's called OasisSpace, and we haven't actually took it to the store yet, but we have used it inside the house just for a few minutes, and we used it outside for a few minutes. Now, I didn't take any video, but as soon as we get through recording this, I'm going to walk outside and record just a little video of it and show you with Marie pushing it and with her sitting in it to give you an idea of how it works. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay. Works pretty good, don't it? Okay. Lock it there, okay? And I want to show everybody that on the handles right here, it's got the curved armrest. I thought those would be comfortable for you. And then the footrest here, all you have to do is push one button here and they will turn backwards to be completely out of your way. They're real easy to do. If you was going to be in a grocery store, you could fold them backwards so it don't take up as much room. And that's how it looks. And I can push her just like this also. Turn the brakes off and push her just like this also. So that works real good, don't it, Marie? And like I said, it's a little bit heavier than I thought it was going to be. I think it weighs a total of 26 pounds, so that's not very bad. Okay, I'll let you stand up, Marie, and I'll show them how to fold it. It's very easy to fold. Now it does have a bag underneath to put stuff in for, but you just get this little strap here in the middle, lift it up, and it folds together just like that. And then all I got to do is set it in the trunk of the car. Okay, and it goes right in the trunk of the car, and we still got a pretty good bit of room. We can put some groceries in the car, so we may just leave this in the car all the time. And hopefully we're going to take it shopping soon, but maybe not right away, right, Marie?
Right.
And
It's really busy out there this weekend for sure.
Yeah, it was real easy to put together. I think it took me about 15 minutes to put it together. It's very, I'm going to say heavy duty because it's very well made. And it weighed about 5 pounds more than the other rollators weighed. And so I could tell a difference in the extra weight. So if you're considering buying one and you're concerned about the weight, this one is going to weigh a little bit more. But like I said, it's got the bigger 10-inch wheels, so it's going to roll a lot better. And for the most part, when we're using it, we're probably going to use it when we go places that Marie's going to need to walk a long distance, and I'll be able to push her. And so that was the primary reason for getting it, wasn't it, Marie?
Yeah.
To hopefully make that part easier. But first time we get out shopping with her using it, we will make video of that. Okay, last week, Marie and I did get in there on Tuesday, and we made a couple of pies to take to Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday evening, we made the Southwestern pasta salad that Marie was wanting to take to the dinner, and I think she was wanting to make that for herself. And so you enjoyed it, didn't you, Marie?
Yeah, it was really good.
And I ate some. I didn't eat a whole lot, but I enjoyed it too. And so, and the way you make it up and you save the dressing till the day of the dinner, and then right before you get ready to serve it, you put the dressing on it, and makes it turn out real good like that. And we'll do a video on that pasta salad sometime, maybe in the next week or two. We'll make one, let Marie make it, and show you how she does it, okay?
All right.
That sound good to you, Marie?
Yeah.
Marie says she could take another one. We won't make it quite as big, though. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then on Thursday, we had our Thanksgiving dinner, and we had that up at Lamar and Tara's house, and we did a video and showed you a lot of what was going on up at their house, but we forgot to say thanks to Lamar and Tara for hosting that dinner.
Yeah.
And so we want to take this opportunity here to say thank you, Tara and Lamar, for hosting that dinner. Your home was beautiful, the food was delicious, and we all just had a wonderful time, didn't we, Marie?
We did.
And
I know from experience how hard it is to host one. So I really appreciate it.
And the best part about Thanksgiving dinner, we had some people, well, we had a lot of friends that were there that we don't see very often. But the food, we had food that was brought by several different people. Now, I couldn't eat a lot of food, so I had to eat just a very few, I had like 3 things and a small amount of each one, because I had to eat a very small amount of food. That's because of my surgery. But Marie was able to sample a lot more than I was. But
I don't know about that, Dale.
well, you didn't eat a lot more, but you sampled more items.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say was that the dressing that Tara made, it turned out so delicious, and that is my favorite part of Thanksgiving is the dressing, and she made it very similar to how Marie makes hers. if she did anything different, I don't know what it would have been.
I do.
You do?
I usually make chicken dressing, and I think she made turkey dressing.
Okay, she put turkey broth in it maybe? Okay. Well, anyway, it was very delicious, and I was very happy to have that for Thanksgiving dinner. And also, Kristen, she made a cranberry salad, and she told me that she used Marie's recipe to make that cranberry salad, that her mom had saved it and wrote it down and gave it to her, and she used that. It turned out fantastic. And then someone had made some banana pudding, and I love banana pudding, so I had just a little bit of banana pudding, and I had a little bit of macaroni and cheese.
I know who made the banana pudding. It was Amber, Michael's girlfriend.
Okay. And the mac and cheese, did we find out that was Jonette that made the mac and cheese?
I'm not sure who made that.
I think I heard that Jonette, which would be Tara's aunt, made the mac and cheese, but that was all I was able to eat, and it was good. Well, and I did have one piece of Marie's cherry cream cheese pie, and I loved that. Marie, did you have anything that, oh no, the ham that I made, the ham turned out very delicious, but I did not eat any at the dinner. I knew better than to eat ham at that particular dinner. I wouldn't have been able to eat anything else. But it was
delicious.
It was good, very good.
And for y'all who are hesitant about making it in a crock pot, we made ours in a crock pot, and it was really good.
It's real easy. The hardest part about making it in the crock pot is when you get through cooking it, and that crock pot's very hot. And that's picking it up and getting it out of the crock pot and putting it into a plate so that you can carve it up into pieces.
Yeah.
And we had a spiral ham, but you still have to do cutting to get it cut up like you want it. But overall, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner, and I appreciate everybody that watched our video for Thanksgiving dinner. We got a lot of great comments on that, and we really appreciate all of your comments on that video.
Yeah, and Addison is our green baby, and she really enjoyed herself too because she loves animals, and she got to play with my other granddaughter, Holly's dog, and his name is Toby. And Toby can get a little, let's see, what is the right word?
Excited?
Excited, yeah. He can get a little excited, you know. And then I don't know where Addison came up with this, but she did her little hands like this, and she said, "Calm down now, Toby, calm down." And I thought that was so cute. She's just 2.5 years old, and I thought, where in the world did she learn that? But it was just so sweet.
And then,
of course, I have to brag on my grandbaby. I'm sure y'all all do too.
and then another time she was telling Toby, she said, she was taking her little finger and doing like this and saying, "Come here, Toby, come here."
Oh, man.
She's precious. Okay, so we had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everyone out there did too. And, you know, whether you was with family or whether you were just by yourself, we still hope and pray that you had a wonderful day and a wonderful Thanksgiving. The main thing that we probably didn't mention this enough during our dinner, but I won't mention it now. But we're just so thankful, Marie and I both are just thankful to be here this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because, I've really been through a lot this last year, but Marie has been through a lot for the last 8 years, really. And so I'm just thankful that we're both here, and I'm thankful we can sit here and talk to you just like we're doing today, and we just want to continue to try to improve and do as good as we can for a long time to come, right, Marie?
Right.
Okay. Next thing we did on Friday, besides enjoying some leftovers from Thanksgiving dinner, I did something. I don't talk about this very often anymore, but I used to go see my brother. I have a brother that's in the nursing home, and I used to go see him every single day at the nursing home and spend time with him. But when the virus broke out in late 2019, I didn't get to go see him for about a year and a half. The only way I could see him was I had to go over and stand outside the window and talk to him. We'd talk on the phone through the window. And that was pretty rough, especially during the winter months, wasn't it, Marie?
Yeah.
And even in the summer when it's so hot, that was rough. And that went on for about 2 years. So I didn't go every single day, and he understood, everything was fine. And then after I had my surgery, I went for a long time, probably 6 months. I didn't even get to go visit him, period. But so now I go visit, but I only go visit just occasionally. I don't go on a daily basis like I used to. And I feel bad about that because that's my brother. And he don't have any children. And our parents has done passed away. So the only ones that come to visit him is just me and my sister, pretty basically. Now we do have a large family, but some of the brothers and sisters have already passed away, and some of them live where they can't go see him regular. So basically right now it's just me and my sister that goes to see him regular. And so anyway, I went by and seen him Friday at the nursing home. And when I walked into the nursing home, I noticed something different all of a sudden. Every person that was working there was wearing a mask. So I asked the lady real quick, I said, is anything going on that I need to know about? And she shook her head, yeah. And so I said, you got a mask? I need to put one on. So I got a mask from her and put it on. And I did go back there and see my brother and visit with him for just a little bit. And then of course I washed my hands very thoroughly when I left and everything. But I talked to her as I was leaving, and she did tell me that they do have an outbreak of the virus that's going on there
That
right
we're
now.
all familiar with.
Yeah, the virus has been going around for about 3 years now. And I'm not going to say the word because YouTube don't like for you to talk about that. But you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, we're a little nervous. I hate being in a building knowing that there's several people that's got the virus in that building. Mm-hmm. But you can't hardly avoid it at all. And last year, when we went to Thanksgiving dinner at our son's house, Marie and I ended up catching that while we was there, didn't we, Marie?
Yeah. And
so we were sick for a week after Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping and praying we don't go through that this year. But it was, I'm not going to say it's my fault for going to the nursing home, but, I am responsible for what I do. And I went to the nursing home, but even though she told me they did have an outbreak, I was already in the building. I went ahead and went back and visited with my brother for just a few minutes. And I explained to him why I wasn't going to stay very long. And so hopefully and prayerfully, I'm going to be okay. Everything will be fine. Mm-hmm. And so because of that, Marie and I, we were going to go shopping today. But we talked about it, and we said, well, with this outbreak going on, which I didn't mention this, but one of my real good friends that I've known ever since I was in, we growed up as teenagers from about the age of 12. I've known him all these years, and he called me just the other day, and he had the virus at this particular day, and he had just got out of the hospital his own self, and he had actually caught the virus while he was at the hospital. So Marie and I had been thinking about it, and we said, well, we're going to have to be more careful because it appears that it's going around right here locally where we live, and so we're going to have to be cautious of what we do. So for the next week or two, we may be more cautious about going out. We'll try to go early in the mornings and try to go places that we can stay isolated a little bit more. Okay, enough talking about that. And like I said, we was going to go shopping today, but since we're not going shopping, we're just going to get in the car. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful sunshine, and we're going to go for a nice long drive and maybe stop at one of those stores that has those real good drinks that you like, Marie. Get a real good drink. That sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Okay. So real quick, we'll go over the videos that we did last week. The first video we had last week was our Sunday chat, and in that Sunday chat, that was the first week that we did a video in our living room where we're sitting again this week.
Yeah.
And we sort of enjoy sitting here. This is a good location to do our video. But I thought it was interesting. We had one person that asked a question. She said, how do you watch TV when the TV is behind the couch? And so that's a very good point. And so I'm gonna show you how our living room is set up as of right this minute. And if you look over here, we've got two recliners that sit side by side, and those are the ones I sit in the first one there, and Marie sits in the second one. The third one's just an extra recliner there. Then we've got our Christmas tree. We've got it over there now, and there's another rocking recliner there. Okay, this sofa used to sit over there under the window where the Christmas tree is now, and we moved it over here so that we could have the tree there at the window for Christmas. So that's why the sofa is sitting over here, but we're sitting directly across so we can see the TV perfectly fine. And we actually like it this way, don't we, Marie?
Yeah.
It sort of created a little more walking room here in the middle of the house. And now I didn't show it when I was moving the camera around just now, but this table directly in front of us, we have the, Marie's got her small village set up on this table. And 3 years ago we did a video where Marie put her big village on the same table, and I'll put a link in the description below if you want to go back and check that video out. It's only about 10 minutes long, and it does show Marie putting that village together and setting it up. It's a beautiful village. That was the first time you had put it out in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And but used to, every year Marie would put that village out, and she'd put her big manger scene out. We would put our big tree that goes all the way to the ceiling up. And Marie had decorations all in the kitchen area, and she decorated both bathrooms. And you just put out a lot of decorations, didn't you, Marie?
Yeah.
And we don't do that anymore. But
Thanks to arthritis.
but she wanted to put her small village out here on the table today, and so, oh, well, not today, but it is here today. But we enjoy it, and I enjoy looking at it. Okay, the next video that we did last week was, it was a throwback where Marie did her old-fashioned dressing. And if you love good cornbread dressing, you can't beat that dressing. That is as good as it comes. And now, of course, that's what I've been eating for years and years and years. Marie's been making that ever since we were married, best I can remember. And something I was wanting to talk about, and I was going to ask you this question. I've been having this on my mind for ever since Thanksgiving dinner up there. But I remember when we were young, and Marie, I hadn't talked to you about this, but I know you got to remember this. We would go up to my grandmother Thompson's house, and when she would cook her Thanksgiving dinner, she used this big roasting pan, about that big, and she would fill it full of dressing. The dressing would be about 4 inches deep in that roasting pan. And then on top, she would put a whole hen on top of that dressing, and she would cover it with the lid, put it in the oven, and cook it. And when it got through, when it came out, that hen would be completely cooked, and all that dressing would just be so delicious and so moist from all the juice from the hen.
Yeah.
And I just remember that, and remember how much I used to love eating that dressing. And of course, I've loved dressing ever since then. And Marie makes her dressing very similar to how my grandmother made it. And I think you got your recipe from your grandmother, didn't you, Marie?
Yes, I
Your
did.
recipe,
From my
yeah.
grandmother and mother.
Do you remember Granny Thompson making her chicken dressing like
Oh,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, wasn't that so delicious? I'd give anything to be able to go back and have another plate full of that dressing with that chicken sitting on top of it. But I'm curious, do any of you have memories of your parents making chicken and dressing like that? Or maybe some of you are still doing it right now. I'd like to know, because I'll never forget that big roaster she had. And I'm thinking the color was sort of a bluish gray color. Does that sound about right, Marie?
Right.
Bluish gray, seemed like it had spotty spots on it or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
I thought we had a lot of people at Tara and Lamar's house on Thursday. I think we had 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
But at Kevin's grandparents' house, they was so many more people than that.
I don't recall us ever counting how many people was there.
I don't either,
But
but it
gosh, there was probably 20-something just in kids alone. Because I come from a big family, and my mother's family was a big family also. And so there were so many cousins and everybody that come to that house, and there was
When-
nothing better than it being cold weather.
I know when you would get a plate, there would be people lined out the door through the front porch coming in to get a plate of food
It
on
was,
both sides of the table.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, if y'all have ever cooked your dressing with the hen on top of it in a roaster pan like that, or if you remember your mom doing it or your grandma, leave that in the comments. Let me know about it, because to me it was just a memory. When it hit me 2 or 3 days ago, I've been thinking about it and I can't get it off my mind. I'm still thinking about it. And so, okay, so we'll move on. The next video we did was the raspberry Zinger poke cake. And I thought that would be a good video to share with everybody, because that's a real colorful dessert that's easy to make
Yeah.
and so delicious. I remember how great it tastes.
Yeah, and you don't have to make it low calorie like I did. You can use the regular cake mix and everything. But I was making it for Kevin because he was trying to cut down on the sugar at that particular time. But even though it was a low calorie cake, it was really, really good. And then y'all that really like low calorie cakes,
I'm sorry, Marie. Your foot was hitting the microphone.
oh, okay.
I hope we don't have no microphone interference. Marie's foot was hitting the microphone.
Okay, anyway, y'all that like low-calorie cakes, y'all might enjoy that one because you couldn't really tell that it didn't have any sugar in it.
Yeah, and a little suggestion. One person told me they couldn't find the raspberry preserves, the low-calorie raspberry preserves, and you could substitute that with strawberry preserves, and it would be a strawberry poke cake, but it would still be delicious, wouldn't it, Marie? It wouldn't be like a Zinger,
Yeah.
but it would still be
I'm
delicious.
surprised our Walmart had the raspberry.
Yeah, they had the low-calorie
Yeah,
raspberry.
because usually when I go to Walmart and I want something, they don't have it, but they actually had it.
Yeah. Okay, and then the next video we did this last week was our Thanksgiving dinner. And hopefully everyone saw that. We had quite a few people that watched that video, and I enjoyed recording it. I was thankful that I felt good enough to walk around and do some of the recording up there this year. I got my grandson Michael, and some of you have probably heard me talk about this before, but Michael was the one that suggested to me to start a YouTube channel. And it was his suggestion that got me started, and so I've been at it ever since then. So I asked him, I said, Mike, I was sitting there eating, I said, Mike, would you take the camera and go around and do a little recording for me right quick? And so he went around and did a little recording, and he put he called it a little pizzazz, I believe is what he said on it. He did something different, but anyway, he turned the camera upside down and did a couple of things. So if you see the camera spinning around on video, you'll know that was my grandson Michael. He's a young man, so he likes to do things different. Okay, Marie, that covered all the topics that we needed to talk about this week. And I do see our camera flashing up there, so it's getting very close to ready to cut off on us. So if you want to go ahead and close the video out, we will see everybody on our next Sunday chat. No, actually, we're going to see you before next Sunday. We're going to see you on our next video.
Okay. So y'all do what you love and love what you do, and we'll see you, like Kevin said, on the next video. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night.
been afraid of changes, but you show me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite